This may seem harsh what I want to tell you, but oftentimes we ourselves lie to ourselves, our own image. We have our own self image, but oftentimes that self image, that self is a lie. We lie to ourselves almost every day, being that we ourselves fabricate a lie or we believe lies that other people tell us, and we believe that those lies are true. This is called self deception. And like it says in the name, self deception is that all of those lies that people tell us or what we believe in ourselves, our self image, our thoughts, our capabilities are true. And that's often not the case, but we believe this. We in psychology, what we do is take those deceptive thoughts, those really cognitive distortions, rearrange them, like we start modeling them and try to make the person understand that what they are thinking, what they are feeling is not really themselves. It's just a lie that we fabricate in order to either protect ourselves or like we try to achieve something, but it's just a mess. Oftentimes we put a lot of pressure into thinking that we are not worthy of something, so we have to fight, and that just doesn't work. If you think you're not worthy of something and you have to fight to get that something, you are going to suffer a lot. And that's where self-recognition comes in. Self-recognition, aside from being the opposite, like looking in the mirror and seeing yourself for who you are, is that you have to recognize your own self, your flaws, your everything that you hate about yourself, everything that you love. Don't lie to yourself. Everyone is capable of something, but you have to actually recognize that something in yourself. Don't lie to yourself believing that you are not worthy of something. And the character I want to talk about today is one such person, someone who lied to himself for years, thinking he wasn't worthy, that he wasn't strong. So he fought, he had to get stronger in order to achieve everything that he wanted. But in the end, it just backfired until he actually looked himself in the mirror and realized his true potential. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Second Anime YouTube channel. My name is Alex. I am a psychologist. I love anime. I love manga. I love doing these videos for you guys and for myself. I love psychoanalyzing a lot of anime. I have done a few videos here and there. Also, if you like this video, if you like my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more of these videos. Also, don't forget to ring the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload it. Anyway, continued with my bleach role I'm having. I'm talking about Renji Abarai. I really like his character and his development is amazing. At first, I really didn't like Renji because he was, of course, an antagonist. He kidnapped Rukia, and that kidnapping of Rukia almost got her executed, so I really didn't like that. But Renji grew on me. I love his character. His development is amazing. He's one of the few characters who actually goes through a tremendous amount of change. Every character goes through this, but like him, Ichigo, Rukia, and Wuryu are like the most explosive. Other characters like Orihime also go through change, but those I already mentioned go through like a tremendous amount of change. His development, like I say in the intro, is about you have to stop lying to yourself on your self-worth, your potential, and start looking yourself in the mirror and recognize everything that you are, your flaws, your insecurities, everything, in order to become a better person, in order to become the best version of yourself. You don't have to be someone else out of jealousy, or you don't have to put yourself in the same level as someone else in order to be recognized. You have to recognize yourself first in order to become a better person. Like, I understand where Renji is coming from, because Renji grew up with Rukia in Inusuri district in the Soul Society, and they grew up really poor. His friends died in a very young age. He had to fend off for himself. He was basically like a stray dog, he calls himself. A stray dog who did everything in order to survive. And when he started working as a Shinigami, he told himself that he was just a stray dog. That insecurity and inferiority complex crippled his self-worth, thinking himself to be unworthy of being with Rukia because Rukia ascended to a higher status, being adopted by Byakuya, and then he just kind of got stuck there, thinking that yeah, he had to become stronger, he had to get up in status. And even when Renji rose to the position of lieutenant, he still thought that he was not worthy of that position because he wanted to be a captain, he wanted to beat Byakuya in order to basically like be with Rukia, be an equal to Rukia. And that's the lie, that's the cognitive distortion, because he thought himself to be inferior to Rukia, when Rukia, everything that she wanted was to stay with the only person that she had left in her life until her brother. And because of Renji's insecurity, that breach just grew and grew. He put a lot of pressure into becoming stronger, but he just didn't see that everything about himself was already enough for Rukia. This reflects, of course, in his power. His Bankai is that of a fragile bone snake. This thing is powerful, but it breaks easily because it's not a complete Bankai. It's just something that was a fake because he didn't believe in himself. He only thought of himself as wanting to be Byakuya and wanted to be like Byakuya. And that thought of being like someone else is what became of that incomplete, fragile Bankai. That's why Renji loses so much during the arcs, because his Bankai is not his real Bankai. It's just something that his mind, basically the Sanpakto spirit, lied to Renji in order to teach him that that's not really him. If you only think that your self-worth, that everything that you strive for, your worth, your self-respect, comes from only from rank and money and power, it's just not going to work. You have to think about what makes you you. Like everything, you have to unleash yourself. There's no equating worth with anything. Your self-worth comes from the inside. You have to do things that makes you happy, that makes you fulfilled, and actually take action. Grab that thing. Don't reach for something. You have to actually grab something that is attainable. And that's what Renji had to learn. His true power, his true potential is representing of his Bankai, because he was lying to himself about his self-worth, about himself and his feelings. It's what hindered him. Then admitting that he was actually weak and his insecurities, everything that his insecurities, his shadow, and also the feelings that he had for Rukia, that the reason why he wanted to beat Byakuya was because he wanted to be an equal to Rukia, but he was already an equal to Rukia, and just admitting that is what unlocked his true Bankai. His true Bankai is no longer something that reaches out for the moon, is instead something that is like capable, like a true warrior, something that is more physical and close combat, no longer reaching but actually grabbing something. Yeah, and that final hurrah, that final victory in the series for him, it's not his fights, because it doesn't matter And I'm one of the ultimate Renji defenders. I hate when people say that he's like a wasted potential because he never like wins a fight. Even the closest fight he had to winning, which is probably the fight with Uryu. The only reason that he lost there is because Uryu is the antithesis. And there's a few fights that he has won, but the reason that he has lost in most of his fights, the most important ones, it doesn't matter because his strength comes from the development he has, the ability to recognize himself as someone whole, as his entire self. And the ultimate victory comes actually in the series epilogue with it's not through rank, it's through finally having the courage to be with Rukia and having the family that he lacked as a child, having a happy, fulfilling family. So yeah, it's a pretty short video, but I just wanted to talk about Renji. And for the question of the day is, what are you avoiding? What is your goals in life, the bigger picture that you have on your life, the environment, yourself? But what are you avoiding? What thoughts are making you feel ashamed or insecure? Or is it like a current narrative that you have that you think it's true, but it's actually not the truth? And question number 2 is, what is holding you back? What brings you actual joy? And what does the ideal day, that ideal future looks like to you? And what holds you back from actually fulfilling that future that you want to envision? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more of this content. Don't forget to comment down below what you think of this video. If you have any recommendations or any characters you want me to talk about, any feedback is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you in another one. Thank you. Bye bye.